Hey guys, and welcome back to another SPEEDPAINT. Hi. I'm hoping we have no lizard interruptions this time, but I'm not making any promises. So it's actually really late. It's like 3 a.m. because this speed paint took me quite a bit to edit, and it's really long. You probably seeing a very short version of it, and what can I say? So this has been one of my more ambitious drawings in a while. It's a redraw from a manga cover. I'm not sure the volume. I think volume 15. I could probably check it, but I'm too lazy. The reference picture pops up quite a bit in the speed paint, so you might see it there. The only difference is that the manga colors are completely different. Like, the hair color of all the characters is black or really dark in the manga cover, while in the anime they're like really beautiful bright colors. Well, except Akane, but I made it more blue in this drawing, like in the anime. I just like the anime colors better. They're just more fun. It's not there's anything wrong with the manga, but it's just, I like having fun when I'm drawing. But yeah, this was one of my most ambitious drawings in a while because there's 3 characters in it, and I'm not good at drawing more than one character in a drawing and keeping them consistent, because there's a lot of consistencies you need. You need it to be like, they need to look cohesive in the drawing. You have to take into account the size of the head, the size of the body. Like, you can't just have them be completely different style unless that's what you're going for, because that might be what you're going for. Like, having just take a bit, like in what is this movie called, Into the Spider-Verse, like oh my boy's puberty. The point of the movie at one point is to have all these different art styles, Spider-Man and all these different art styles collide. And so that was the point, but like most of the time it's not the point. You want all of them to look a cohesive style, like they belong together, like they're in harmony, they're in this universe together. And I have a hard time doing that, which is why I tend to not draw more than one character. I rarely draw couples, and imagine this, me drawing 3 characters, 4 if you count Patron. Yeah, it was a lot of struggle when I started sketching this. I was like constantly measuring them, like their heads, their faces, just making sure they look cohesive. And I think I might have kind of got it. I think Shampoo, she was the last one I drew. She looks a tiny little bit different, but I tried to keep my style consistent for once. I kept looking back and forth between the characters, because like the whole point for me when I'm drawing like 3 characters together that are not related, like they're not family is what I mean. I want them to look in the same style, but I want them to have distinctive features, which can be really hard, because the easiest thing to do is just give them all the same face, same face, different colors and hairstyles, and you get 3 different characters. I personally don't like that. I personally try to, as best as I can, keep the same style but shape their features differently, which is a lot harder, obviously. It's really hard for me in general, as you might know, to keep a consistent style. It's especially when I'm like if I draw everything in one day, it's really easy, because usually my art style tends to change as the days pass by. So if I draw something in a week, it can probably keep its consistency unless I'm going for like specifically something different, or if the case of this sketch in particular, I'm pretty sure I sketched this in like I sketched RANMA one day, and then like 2 days later Akane, and then I think almost a week later I sketched Shampoo. So that's why she looks, I feel like she looks okay, like she doesn't look super different. But for me, I can look at this drawing and see that I drew her a week later. Probably not something anyone else can notice. But yeah, it was actually a lot of work. It was kind of enjoyable work. I enjoy doing redraws. Redraws, I saw a tweet the other day that was like, redraws are just tricking people into doing studies. So they basically tricking you into practicing and doing homework. Which I thought was funny because that's what redraws are, like studies. I feel like a lot of people, I think I mentioned this in one of my previous videos, like a lot of people see redraws as like stealing work or blah blah blah, but that's just like what studies are. Art studies usually don't, I mean, in my classes I never did them on like the work of other artists, like for example on manga. You usually or tend to do it in like with like movies, TV shows, photography, that kind of thing is what I think traditionally you do studies on. But I see no reason why you shouldn't do studies in like manga work, anime. A lot of the anime redraws I think are excellent for studies, because you kind of start getting an idea of how like the concept of a scene. I don't know if that makes any sense, like how to make a composition coherent, and also like this manga covers. I think you can, if you have like me, you have a hard time getting the composition of a drawing right, then a redraw or a study can actually help you see how other artists do it and then implement it in your own work. I don't know if that made any sense for anyone. I'm struggling with English lately. It's like I'm usually really good at thinking in English and speaking in English, but lately I've been thinking in Spanish, translating it to English, and then saying it out loud, so I feel like it just gets a little confusing. But anyways, yeah, it was really fun and it took me quite a bit, and it was a lot of work, and I tried to keep it really simple. Like at one point I was like debating whether I want to add more details to the clothing, because I left the clothing pretty flat. Ow. This is what happens when you gesture with your hands a lot while you talk, as I do. I'm like half Latina, well, more than half Latina. I'm Latina Italian, so I gesture a lot with my hands, and then I just hitting everything, knocking things out, hurting myself. So when you hear me knocking stuff, it's just because I'm talking with my hands. If you see me on the stream, you'll know that sometimes I have to completely stop drawing because I need to talk with my hands. It's just, I can't talk without them. But anyways, we were talking about the drawing. So I was thinking about like adding more details to the clothing, because I left them pretty flat. But the thing is, I made a huge mistake. I made the canvas really big, but then I was like, maybe I should make the canvas smaller. But then I was like, nah, I need to make the big canvas because I should be practicing in big canvas. But then I was like 80 layers in, because I don't merge layers. I know a lot of artists merge layers. I don't merge layers because I don't trust myself merging layers. I like to keep all my layers separate because I tend to do stupid things and many mistakes. So there's like 70 layers in, and I was like, oh my god, this is so heavy. And every time I save, it took like a minute to save. So in the end, I just was like, you know, sometimes simple drawings are good, and I should learn to do simpler stuff, because if I'm ever gonna work in some kind of, I don't know, I feel like conveying a good drawing simply, I don't know if that term made any sense, is really good for commercial use, you know, for brands or other type of stuff that might hire you as an illustrator. Like some people, you know, want the beautiful concept art, and some people just want something like straight to the point. And with the amount of money that maybe they can offer you, you can, or they don't want a beautiful detailed illustration. They want something simpler, and it's a good skill to practice, because drawing minimally can be just as hard as drawing with excess of details, because sometimes you draw minimally and it just looks unfinished. So I think drawing simple is also a skill that is hard to acquire. Drawing simple, and so it looks good but it doesn't look unfinished. And I think that's something I haven't mastered and I should get better at. I feel like this drawing, personally, I look at it, it looks unfinished. So it's definitely something I need to, I feel like I put too much effort in the faces and not enough on everything else, and that makes the whole drawing in general look unfinished, and I could probably go back and fix it, but I don't want to. Like the easy days, this is not a commission, so I'm not gonna go back into it. Speaking of commissions, I officially reopened my commissions. I'm gonna leave a link down below to my commission info. I'm gonna leave the tweet. I don't want to leave my Weebly page because my Weebly page has like everything I offer, but I'm concentrating on only 4 products right now, which are my my portraits. You can get sketches or full. My portraits are just like, you know, shoulders up. Then I have waist up drawings, 1 character, and those are also sketches. And I'm like not even looking at this. I should probably look it up and then tell you, because this is getting confusing. Give me a second. Okay, sorry, I had to pause there for a bit. I never paused one of these before, but okay, so I'm offering portraits, a sketch $8, full colored line art, everything $30 that I'm offering. Waist up, this is 1 character. Sketches $12, full $40 that I'm offering. Twitch emotes, which are $15 to $40 depending on what you want, how complicated it is, all of that. And bulk price is available. Same with Twitch badges, they're $15 to $40. I charge for unique design, meaning that if it's 5 of the same design and just recolored, then it's gonna be charged as 1. But if you want 5 individual designs, then they're gonna be charged individually. Bulk price also available. And those are like the 4 main products I'm concentrating on. That's why I want to leave the tweet, because the tweet just shows those 4. It has a link to my terms and conditions. Please read them. It has a link to more info and examples if you want to see more of my work, or if you want to see specifically like what that entails, like the size, for example, or Twitch emotes, like, you know, you need 3 sizes. What can you use this art for? All my art is for non-commercial use unless specified. So that's why I'm doing the tweet. If you're interested in anything not listed below, you can DM me and ask me about it. I said listed below because I'm looking at the tweet, but like the things I just said, like if you want, let's say 2 characters, or if you want a full body drawing, you can DM me and tell me what you want, and I might consider it. The reason I'm doing this is because I don't know if I can commit to more than what I've said here. Like this that I'm showing here, I'm 100% sure I can commit to it. But full body, that's a lot harder for me. I'm not good at drawing legs. I'm not good at drawing shoes. More than 1 character, as I said before, not that good at that. So if you give me your idea and I like it and it's something that I feel like I'm capable of doing, I might work on it. But otherwise, I'm not offering that, like, because I just don't feel like I'm capable of it. But yeah, all that information is there. I'll leave the tweet in my description if you're interested. The reason I'm doing these commissions is because one main reason is because this phone that I have in front of me is dying. That's why I had to pause, because the screen is dying and I'm trying to like click on the screen and it's not working most of the time, so it takes a little bit to get where I want. So I already bought a new phone. I bought it today. Well, it's 3 a.m. so I bought it yesterday. Hopefully it gets here soon. It's like 5 business days, but I've had a really good experience at this place. Like I order and they bring it the next day, so I'm hoping it gets there. But yeah, I ordered a phone, but the reason I still wanted to do this is because I ordered a phone and that's a lot of money, and I just, you know, I don't have a normal job. I don't work anymore, so I'm basically maintaining myself off of like commissions and Twitch and TeePublic and all those other things. You might find below if you're interested. So yeah, I'm like a little low on money, and you know, it wouldn't hurt me to get like some extra monies, because I don't see myself in the middle of this pandemic that people seem to be forgetting about, getting a new job. So like, if you want a commission, DM me, we'll talk about it. I already have like 2 commissions in queue. I'm very thankful. So let me know if you're interested. Anyways, that's not what I was talking about, but I don't think I have anything else to say. I've gotten back into like a drawing rhythm. Like if you want an update on how my art blog is going, I'm still having a struggling drawing new things, but I'm definitely getting better at it. I kind of feel like some drawing energy is back in me. Like I want to draw every day, all the time again, which is really good. So I thought the speed paints were gonna slow down for a bit, but I think they're gonna be steady, knock on wood. Because I feel like right now I can draw every single day and be happy and like not stress myself out, but we'll see how 1 week from now we are with this. So the speed paints are probably gonna be going by schedule. I think I hadn't done a rant where I mostly talk about me and my art. Like I feel like my art and I is that good grammar? I feel like I usually just start rambling about other stuff and forget like to talk about my art. So it's really fun to once in a while have a good rant centered around my art. The thing is, most days I don't know what to talk about in this rant. Sometimes like I feel like like what I have top of mind is not something people are gonna find interesting or care about. Or for example, like my top of mind right now, I would have to give you so many details because it's like it's an ongoing investigation. So I would have to give you details about like the whole case just so I can tell you my opinions. Like I feel like it's weird just telling you my opinions on this case or what I think happened or like whatever if you don't know the context to it. So that's why I never like I some days I'm just not sure what to talk about because I try to talk about whatever is like current in my mind so I can talk about it for a bit. But some days it just feels weird, and some days I just like don't feel educated enough to be here talking to you about it. Like maybe it's something I just started researching or something I just got into, but I don't know, like I don't know what to talk most days. So it's nice to be able to sit down and talk about my own art and not feel like I'm being stupid or just boring. Maybe it is boring. Please tell me if it's boring. And not that I will care. Like if you think it's boring, like I don't care. I'm still gonna do it. But like you can just not watch it, you know, or you can just mute me and watch the speed paint. Okay, I think I rambled enough. I don't know how long this is because I changed files, but just this one is 6 minutes. So yikes. Well, this is a long speed paint, so it's good that this run is longer because that just means that I don't have to squeeze in that speed paint. I don't have to make it as fast. So it'll just looks flying around. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll hopefully see you next week. I say that like I'm gonna die or something. I'm not. I'm just saying hopefully I see you next week because once again this is my last speed paint in the mix, and I'm hoping that I can get another. I'm like halfway through another drawing, so I should most likely have it for Wednesday, but you never know what's gonna happen. Like just like my phone died from one day to another, my Cintiq might die, my laptop might die, my microphone might die. Well, if my microphone dies, I have a backup. I have 2 backup microphones. They're not as good quality as this one, but they will still work. So that wouldn't be the worst thing if this microphone dies. I would murder someone because this was so expensive. And I don't think I can return it anymore because it's not, I don't think it's been a year. Has it been a year? Might have been a year already. But it was really expensive. And I bought it in America and don't think I can return it. So I'll probably scream. I'll scream. See, now I went overboard. Okay, have a good night. Goodbye. Stay safe. Remember, COVID is still there. We're still in phase 1. Wear a face mask, dude. Wash your hands. Be careful. Don't go out if you don't have to. Just, Jesus Christ, please think of others. Think of the elderly. Think of the children. For God's sake, would someone think about the children? Okay, see you next time. Bye.